So today we'll be solving one question from linear equation in two variables. Okay, where the question is where in the question it's given that two persons A and B, right? Which are the two persons A and B? Okay, let's say these are the persons A and B, right? So for these two persons A and B, they are earning something. Okay, that means they are having some income, right? So if we consider the two persons A and B, right, then their income, the ratio of their income is given to you, right? So when we consider the income, when we consider the income, right, then A's income to B's income is into the ratio of 5 is to 4, right? This is the data as given to you, right? Now it's also given that when we come to expenses, that means whatever they are spending, okay, that means when they are earning something, that means some money, when anybody is earning something, then they are spending, okay, in their daily needs, for their daily usage, they are buying the things. So just for doing any kind of purchasing or buying, they need to expense means they need to spend something, right? So when it comes to the matter of expenses for A and B, then the ratio of their expenses is given to you. It's something different, that is 7 is to 5, right? So this is the data given to you into the question, and it's also given that when the matter of savings comes, because everybody need to save something from his salary, right? So from his salary or from his business, whatever. And same for B. When you consider the expenses, you consider the same duration of A and B, for which we have considered the income, right? Now it's very simple question. You can see if the income of A and B is calculated in a variable, okay, and that variable is x, let us say, for the time being, right? So for income we are saying it's calculated into the variable x, and the expenses we are calculated in terms of variable y, right? Now how we will be writing the equation, let us see. The income of A and B into the ratio 5 is to 4, expenses into the ratio 7 is to 5. Then we can write, because and each of them are saving 9,000. So that means now 9,000 is the figure which will come how? This will come by the income of A. So if we consider X as income in terms of X, so 5x is the income of A, right? And expense of A will be 7 times that variable y. So that means expenses will be reduced or subtracted from the income, right? So 5x minus 7 times y is equal to 9,000, right? So this is one of the equation which we have derived, right? And this equation is valid for whom? This is valid for A, right? Now just come to B. What B is doing? Let us see how much he is earning. Oh, B is earning little less, because the ratio of income of A and B is 5 is to 4. So when we consider for B, right, when we consider for B, the earning of B will be 4 times X, isn't it? Because X is the variable considered for income and Y is the variable considered for expenses. So that's why 4x is the income of B, right? And the expenses will be 5 times Y, right? Because 7 and 5, 7 is to 5 is the ratio of expenses of A and B, right? And 4x minus 5y is also equal to 9,000. Why? Because this is income and this is expenses. Expenses reduced from income, then we are left with the saving, right? So I am writing the same, income minus expenses is equal to saving. So based upon this, we have derived two equations, right? One equation is from valid for A, and one equation, the second equation, is valid for B, right? So now let us solve it. Okay, let us solve it. The question is that what is the income of A and B? This is asked to us. So let us do elimination. So let us eliminate this x. So for this, multiply equation 1 with 4, that is the coefficient of x into the second term, and to multiply, just to eliminate the x from the second equation, multiply the second equation with the coefficient of x in the first, that is 5. So just multiply the second equation with 5 and first equation with 4. Then we are left with what? 5 into 4, 20x. The first one, minus 7 for 28y is equal to 9 for 36,000, right? And the second one, multiplied by 5, 5 into 4, 20x. From the second, 5 into minus 5, minus 25. Y is equal to 5 into 9, 45,000, right? And this is subtracted, right? That's why the sign will be changed for each of the terms. And in this way we can see 20x is cancelled, that is eliminated, right? And we are left with what? Minus 28y plus 25y. That will give you minus times 3y, isn't it? Minus times 3y is equal to minus 45, and 40, from 36 will be subtracted from 45, and we are left with 9. So 9,000, right? So this will give you the value of y. This will give you the value of y as equal to minus 9,000 divided by minus 3, and when minus will be cancelled out, and from 3 1 times and 3,000. So we'll get the value of y as 3,000, right? So this is calculated. Now what is the value of x? Because we need to find the income of A and B. We need to find the income of A and B, and to calculate the income we should know the value of x. Since we have calculated y, you can use one of the equation to calculate the value of y, x also, right? Because we calculated y. So let us take the first equation, 5x minus 7y equal to 9,000. Since 5x minus 7y was equal to 9,000, from the first equation we can write 5 times x minus 7 times the value of y, this one, 3,000. 3,000 is equal to 9,000, right? So this will give you the value of 5x as 9,000 plus 7,321, that is 9,000 plus 21,000. So this will give you 30. So the value of x is calculated as 30,000 divided by 5, which will give you the value of x as 6,000, right? So the value of x is calculated. Now we can easily calculate the income of A and B. You can see the income of A and B into the ratio 7:5. So the income of A will be 7x. So 7x means sorry, not 7x, it's expenses. It will be 5. Okay, let me show. This one, the 5. So 5 times x, that means 5 times 6, that is 5 into 6, 30,000. 30,000 is the income of A. And so I am writing again, the income of A and B, we are into the ratio 5:4. So that's why, and our variable was what? X, right? So definitely the income of A was 5x, right? So 5x, that means 5 into this 6,000. 5 into 6,000, which will give you 30,000. So 30,000 is the income of A, and this is calculated, right? And what is the income of B, right? Income of B is calculated as 4 times X, right? 4 times X. So which will give you 4 into 6,000. So that is equal to 24,000, right? So we can see the income of B is also calculated, which is 24,000. So in this way we have solved this question, and the income of A and B is calculated as what? 30,000 and 24,000. And students, you can see when you just put up the income, okay, the ratio, then the ratio of A and B's income will be 30,000 is to 24,000. 30,000 is to 24,000. Just check with the question that our answer is correct or not. So just to verify, these three zeros and three zeros will be cancelled, and from 6 5 times 30 and 24 in the denominator, it's 4. 6 4 24. So this will give you 5 is to 4. Oh my god, our answer is perfectly correct, because you can see the ratio of income of A and B was into the ratio of 5 is to 4, and this is verified after after our derivation of the answer. Okay, whatever we have calculated for A and whatever we have calculated for B, those both the incomes have been re-verified, and whatever given into the question, the ratio of their income, we are into should be into the ratio of 5 is to 4, and hence whenever you put the value of the income which we have derived, we get the same, right? So that's why we verified that our answer is perfectly correct. No need to check the answer. Okay, just you can verify your answers by your own, and you can be confident that yes, my answer is perfect, and nobody can just cut any marks from your answer, right? So just follow the step. Yeah, in between you can do one thing. You can simply write some statements. Yes, that yeah, as I am written over here, as I can show you, right? That you can write for A, income of A will be equal to how much? 4x. Income of A will be equal to 5x. Income of B will be equal to 4x. Expenses of A will be equal to 7y. Expenses of B will be equal to 5y. And after that you can write, since income minus expenses is equal to saving, then we can write 5x minus 7y equal to 9,000, right? So in this way you can just little elaborate, right? You can, if you are writing the steps, these are the steps which are very much clear and very much self-explanatory, but the statement should be there. This will help you to score full marks. Okay, I think you like today's session, students. If you find it useful, you can just like and subscribe. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.